What is up, everybody? I'm Miha, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Epic 7. Now it is my turn to give bad advice on the interwebs, with today's episode being dedicated to the latest and maybe greatest Epic 7 collaboration hero, that is Elphelt Valentine. Is Elphelt the second coming of Arbiter Wildred, or is she yet another Elson in disguise? Let's dive on in and find out. Character design is up first. Elphelt's character design is the culmination of centuries of Japanese art and craftsmanship. From the early Japanese waifu cave paintings to the 21st century Renaissance art, only true Japanese senpai minds are able to forge elements of sheer ridiculousness into working character designs. Elphelt sports a bunny-eared headdress and a crown, symbolizing her innocence as artificial humanoid being who is trying to understand love, but at the same time exerting her dominance over other waifus. Captivating blue eyes, green eyes, and a cheerful smile on her lips, she wears an oversized collar as a sign of defiance against the oppressive establishment. Taking the word waifu literally, Elphelt put on, in some places, gravity-defying wedding dress, which emphasizes her ginormous bouquet of red roses. Damn, those are huge, right? Overall, it's like I said in my previous video, the design is quite over the top, but it does work, and it's actually really great. The only thing I don't really like are her shoes with that elevated tip. Those kind of remind me of clown shoes, to be honest, but that's just a minor nitpick. The quality of her character design becomes really apparent if you compare her against original characters from Epic 7, like here, this one. Can you tell the difference? You might say this is an unfair comparison, but if you would get a Japanese artist to draw a slime, it would look like this. That is some Japanese voodoo magic right there, am I right? One is waifu, the other one is not. Except if you're into kinky stuff, that is. Her 2D sprite is also top-notch, adorable even. But now to the pink elephant in the S3 animation room, also known as the Great Pre-Release Nerf, or the Bullet Gate, which caused a lot of people to outrage, and even more people were outraged about people being outraged, which is a vicious cycle if you ask me. I do understand that her S3 needed to be shortened, but this really is a missed opportunity right here, to be faithful to the source material, as they could have easily cut other unnecessary fluff, like the animation here. Look at this. She initiates her ultimate move, as she does in her game to be fair, with this long flower bouquet slap. This could have easily been cut out and replaced, because it adds nothing. If anything, it doesn't make any sense at all, because a split second later she initiates a ranged attack, even though she was in close range. And what is the result of that nerf? People will be confused about the slap, and they will wonder, and they even may ask themselves, where the hell did that love bullet come from? The answer is, it came straight from her heart. Very tragic. And also a gaping plot hole in the S3 animation story. People who don't know the original animation will never know. That's an obvious minus point. It could have been awesome. It could have been like this.
I'll shoot you! Right through your heart! Phew! Thanks! It's really pleasant. Is this what you like?
Win! Straight! Destroy!
Anyways, for character design, Elphelt gets 4.5 clown shoes out of 5. Next, we quickly analyze her skill kit and stats and see if she stands out in any of those categories. As you can see, her stat distribution is nothing to write home about. From what I can tell, she has no outstanding stats. Maybe effectiveness would be, but we are scrub players. We hate effectiveness and effectiveness resistance like the plague, because those stats are subject to RNG checks, and they will result in pointlessness. So it's a mare for those stats. As for her skills, her S3, Her S3 is a single target attack. Single target attacks are good when they hurt like hell. But no, she has a measly 1.1 multiplier. Combined with her low base stats, she will merely tickle her opponents. To justify those weak multipliers, Smilegate gave her a load of debuffs, starting with single target cleanse for only one buff. That is good, it's not great, it's not a full cleanse and it's not a full team cleanse. She also has a sleep, which is basically a shitty version of a stun, and no, sleep can't be salvaged by that 100% crit chance afterwards. And there's also our good friend, the defense break for 2 turns, which is probably the best debuff in the game, but it's also single target, so it's just okay, not great. Best effect would be the extra turn, which is also a reason why the multipliers are so weak. But yeah, without it, that skill would be utter trash. This 3 can also be soul burned to ignore effect resistance on the opponent. By itself, the skill is very loaded with stuff, yet it's still bad in my opinion because it is single target in the first place. The damage is as low as an AoE skill would be. If this was an AoE skill, it would be great. It's single target, it sucks. Now to her S2, another single target attack, but this time not with a bad, but with an abysmal multiplier of 0.85. But we have some team utility here with her team-wide critical hit rate buff for 2 turns. Many think this is a very underrated buff, but seriously guys, who in their right mind builds their heroes without high crit rate? Even more so with the new reforged system. This buff is unnecessary in my opinion. Then there's also an AoE defense break on that skill, which is awesome, but this is only triggered when she defeats an opponent, which makes this skill garbage tier. That is one of the worst conditions to meet, especially so if you have low multipliers on that skill. To make up for this abysmal sub 1 multiplier, her skill is supposed to scale with debuffs that are on the target. But this puts yet another condition to meet on that skill, making it even more susceptible to bad RNG swings, which makes a bad skill even more terrible, to be honest. Just cut that RNG crap and make the multipliers good. Is it really that hard? Her S2 is a terrible mess. Oof, after so many bad skills, her S3 must be super mega awesome, right? To compensate. But no, it's just okay. She got some utility here with a buff block. Defense break would have been better, stun would have been better in my opinion. But it's just okay. It seems like Elphelt was intended to be a single target nuker for a cleave team. That means she will want an attack set, or a crit damage set, or even a rage set. But she also needs a lot of setup, like an enabler, like Oxlord, to perform at her best. Yeah, nobody has those kinds of set, because all we do farm is Wyvern. On the other hand, her multipliers don't justify some kind of nuking ability, they are like AoE tier, which she isn't. Also, her strong reliance on debuffs leaves her open for a lot of bad RNG, which makes her skill set just even more terrible. Well, she doesn't shine in the skill department, but maybe we missed something, and she will shine in actual gameplay. Here is the Elphelt that I'm using. I gave her some leftover scrub speed gear, because that is what most players will have available for her. Also, I foolishly have plus 15 to her because of waifu reasons. Anyways, let's start with PvE. And let's answer the question we are secretly asking ourselves since she was announced. Is she any good in Wyvern 13? Let's go and find out. This is my almost 100% Wyvern 13 auto team. I'll take out Karin because she's only DPS and some emergency death break, and replace her with Elphelt, and let's see what happens. Let's go get him, Elphelt. Oh no, she double boosts the Wyvern. No! Well, double boost and low damage. Was obvious that she's not going to be hero you want to use for Wyvern. 13 that is. Now for some PvE raiding. I can only do normal raid at the moment, since all the hell bosses are already dead. This is my high morale team. Let's see how she fits in.
Malachus, the Lord of Fire.
新技をひらめいちゃった。
As you can see, she has a lack of AoE attacks that really hurt her in PvE.
恋に落ちるよ。愛を奪うもの。
Also, look at this. Even my Blingo outdamages her, and he has like total shit gear. And he isn't even fully molard. It's crazy. What the hell? And also she has no camping voices, which lowers her PvE immersion factor by quite a bit. As for the bosses, yeah, she's more of an observer than an active participant. Maybe she can be useful in some boss fights like the Queen with the cleanse and debuff, but I would prefer the OG Iseria Tangerine combo. Verdict for PvE: the lack of AoE and hard-hitting attacks hinder her usefulness here. Deathbreak is great, cleanse is good against some bosses, so she gets only 2 Blingos out of 5. PvP is up next. The Mochi was meant to be created for. Let's try out some Guild Wars first. Okay, we're fighting Darkness today. Tactics are obvious. We're going in for the win. Okay, we can counter the Bologna with Elphelt, I suppose, and then we need to get Baiken for the Dizzy. Lilibet will kill the Arbiter with her Extinction S3. Okay, that's it. Looks good, I think. And the second team is going to be the good old Auxlaw Shuri combo to get rid of the Bologna, and Aravi can solo the rest. Let's go. Let's go, round 1 fight. Okay, let's get rid of that Dizzy. She should be an easy kill for my Omega Baiken. Bye bye. Now let's see what Elphelt can do. Comes the slap. There it is. Not too bad. And yeah. Not bad. But that Bologna seemed awfully squishy. And everything falls in place. Perfect. Yeah, that was actually not a bad performance. Could have been worse. I don't remember how much damage she did. For the second match, we're going to pair Elphelt against a tankier combo, this Alencia and Lilius. And let's see how she fares there. Second match is easy, and one-shot the martial artist can with the Shuri, and then the match is already won. Pretty easy. Let's go get rid of the DN first. Let's see how tanky she is. Ah, I don't think that's enough. Nope, the Aureus, the Aureus. Okay. And I don't think Elphelt will one-shot here either. But at least there's no Elbrus. Oh, Elbrus on Lilius, that would be stupid. And there it is, only half the damage. But she was protected by an Aureus. So yeah, she won't kill tanks anytime soon. Here comes the retaliation. But all's good, I have Aravi on my side. Aravi could have soloed this, maybe. Without the DN.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll deal with this.
And let's clean up with the Ravi. And infinite Baiken attacks. Infinite. Almost infinite. Okay, that's fine too. I can revive her in the worst case. Kept the S3 intact from a Ravi, but that should be it. I just won. Okay, as you can see, without setup, she can't one-shot an Alencia. I don't think this Alencia was too tanky, but that was alright. Okay, let's get rid of the martial artist. This is how it should be with a nuker, with a ranged nuker. There, 32,000 damage. Nobody can survive that. Nobody. And the gear on Shuri isn't even that great. On the other hand, he has the Oxlots for the setup and attack boost. But even without attack boost, he would have one-shotted
I won't lose to anyone.
the martial artist can. I think he does around 23k without attack boost. Which is enough to kill most heroes, and even tanks. Except for Dark Corvuses. But I think that's what a ranged nuker should be like. One shot, one kill. But that's not what Elphelt does. But she performed alright on top. So much I can say. Okay, that's it for this one. For the last match, we're going up against a Sid Luna damage combo. Interesting. This time I'll give Elphelt the benefit of an enabler like the Oxlots. And if anything goes wrong, there's still a Ravi who can win us the match if both die. And she can revive, just in case. Let's go.
I won't lose to anyone. Now's my time to shine.
Okay, there goes the Elphelt. And yep. He's pretty much dead. 9k. It's like he has no defense at 20k. He had no defense. Okay, everyone is debuffed. We'll go in with the Ravi. Shoot one shot. It's my one shot Ravi. 27k. And that's it. I don't think that's very representative of her abilities. What Pyong has shown us. I don't think they were geared. Those heroes weren't geared. Here Lilius is geared. That much I can tell, but I don't think my Ravi should hit for 27k on a death broken target. Luna, I don't know. Probably shouldn't. She does that much in PvE, that's true. Okay, let's see how she fares inside the arena. And first team up is... yeah, I don't play much arena. I'm still hanging around Challenger. Actually, I don't enjoy arena that much, to be honest. But anyways, let's try against this Bazaar team. See how she does here. Okay, easy clap against Bazaar. And he's gone. Perfect. Okay, she missed a death break on the Bellona. As you can see here, it's not that reliable. You can't really count on it. And it can be resisted, it seems. Which sucks, but that's the thing with debuffs in Epic 7. It's randomness out the ass. Also everybody here, yeah, of course. Everybody gets debuffed.
Your life ends here.
Okay, she can kill squishy bazaars. That is for sure.
Now, bring it on.
The only thing that can really happen here is that my Baiken will get Albrist by the Charles, but that's maximum 20% chance and shouldn't happen. And he shouldn't go into... he does, okay. And did we just lose right now? That sucks. That's PvP RNG, guys. 100% counter chance from the AI. It's ridiculous.
I'll deal with this.
Now I remember why I don't PvP that much.
Trust me.
Okay, she couldn't keep off that Charles.
I'm getting tired.
There goes the Bellona.
Bye bye now.
And she will hit every single debuff on...
I'll do everything
Yeah,
I can.
she does. Of course she did.
I won't miss.
Okay, let's take her out. But Ken is really a problem now.
I'll take your
Because we had to waste the S3 of our Shuri on the Bellona. But I don't know, Ravi might still be able to turn this around.
life ends here.
And die. 6k.
Bunch of
And he's gone.
imbeciles.
Ravi wins. The PvP verdict is, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. Yeah, the true MVP was always my Ravi. I did play some more arena for fun with her. That I admit, because it was kind of novel, but yeah, in the end she was actually more a liability in arena. I would have preferred to take other heroes along, and I actually did lose a couple of matches because of her, because she didn't hit hard enough. Other than that, she was okay-ish against heroes she has the advantage against, like Bazaars and stuff, but if there are grass heroes that are tanky, she won't be able to finish them without extreme team support. Well, Elphelt gets 3 crying whales out of 5 for PvP. Elphelt reaches the power level of Waifu, which means she's definitely worth summoning for, as she's also limited and a Guilty Gear collab hero. But as far as power goes, and if you're looking for power, you won't find it here. She's average at best, or maybe even a little below that, and she won't help you boost your box in PvE and PvP. There are other heroes that will outperform her with the same kind of gear. With the scrap gear I gave her, which was actually not that bad, but that will be the gear most people will have available for her. She will be able to one-shot green squishies, but this is where the fun stops. For anything else, you will have to take specialists along, like heavy hitters like Shuri or Lilibet. And there's still one question that remains: will she get buffed? That is a big maybe, and a big probably not, as far as I know, Smilegate. All in all, Elphelt fails as a nuker, and as far as team utility goes, her buffs suck, her debuffs are okay, but she relies on them too heavily to be consistent enough for me to take her along, if you know what I mean. There are other heroes that will do better. Until she gets buffed, she will be cheering you on from the bench. So the final verdict for Elphelt Valentine is 3 warm benches out of 5. That's enough bad advice for today. I hope you were entertained. Thank you for watching. My name is Miha, and I'll see you on the next video.
Shoot you. Right through your heart. Thanks. It's really good. Is this what you like?
Win. Straight.